Welcome back to Eagle Landing Golf Club. Now this golf course is in perfect shape. As we talked about, they put a lot of seed on this golf course. Fairways, greens, tee boxes, everything, even the rough. But you notice over my shoulder here, they left the seed off right around the bunkers. I think it gives it more beautification and the golf course even that much more character. So when you come out here again, you have perfect conditions. All right, how about toning up your game? Let's do that right now with Tim Spangler. He is the head golf professional here. He's the director of golf, longtime PGA professional, and also the last 3 years he's been the PGA Professional of the Year here in North Florida. In this first segment, okay, Tim is going to work on the most important thing that you're going to do is in the setup.
Hey everybody out there, I hope you're doing well. As you've heard coming into the show, we're going to talk about the basics, just getting all the rust off, maybe just getting back into the swing of things after the holidays, the cool weather. So very important to go over just the basics of the golf swing. You must have these to establish a solid foundation. If you don't have a solid foundation, your swing can go wherever it wants. So creating that solid foundation. But before we start the foundation, I just want to go over a couple stretches with you. Some of the key areas in the golf swing to stretch are the hamstrings, number one. So just simply take your club, hold it down on the ground, 5, 6, 7 seconds, come back up. Do that a couple times, really stretch those hamstrings out, because if those hamstrings tighten up, they're going to tighten your hip, which is going to tighten your lower back. So make sure you get those hamstrings loosened up. Next thing is the shoulders. Take the club, you can go back over your head with it, or you can even take your right hand, put it on top, your left hand underneath, just rotate it, and then just turn. Turn with it. Again, switch it the other side, right hand underneath, left hand on top, rotate the right, just switch it. Just loosen up those rotator cuffs. Again, lower backs, hips, rotator cuffs, those are some of the common things that go wrong with a golfer, and the last thing you want to do is take one of these hits and then you're out of commission for 3-4 months, especially now that we're just getting into the golf season. So take your time stretching. 3, 4, 5 minutes is really all you need, but it's going to be a lifetime of help. So today when we're going to talk about the fundamentals, basically you're talking about grip, stance, posture. Those are your key fundamentals. When we get into the stance of a golf swing, we want to be shoulder width apart, stand straight up and down. We want to bend at the waist, slight knee bend. Now, catching it from that angle, we've got our feet shoulder width apart, bend from the waist. That bend is called a pelvic tilt in the golf swing. You can see it tilts the spine angle, slight knee bend. That's going to be crucial to get into that posture every time. You want to just be able to get into it. You can see the back's not straight up and down, nor is it way down here. So again, just a slight bend, arms hanging down in front of you. If your arms get too much, you can see they're going to hang too low. So get into that posture, feet shoulder width apart. Next thing is going to be your grip. Now there's going to be a variety of grips out there for you golfers. And again, you have a grip that works for you. I'm just going to spend a little time explaining what that grip's going to do for you. Now, traditionally, the grip you're going to see, which I would call a neutral grip, is going to be this V that your index finger and your thumb make, pointing somewhere close to your right collar or your right shoulder. Now, as we turn that grip more to point toward the shoulder or the right arm, that's strong. If we go underneath, where it points to your left side, that's weak. So you got a weak grip, you got a strong grip. I would never recommend a weak grip unless you're just a big drawer of the golf ball. But again, we're going to start a little bit neutral. Now your right hand, just bring your right hand on just like you're giving yourself 5. You don't have to wrap it under, come over the top. Basically, you can take that just like you're giving your left hand 5, and you can see that sets that right hand on there. So from this angle, I'm going to show you, you're just going to take your right hand, slap it on there like you're giving yourself 5. Basically, you're covering up your left thumb with the fatty part of your right hand, and then you can see when you pull it up in front of you, the toes sticking straight up, and the 2 V's that your hands create from your index finger and your thumb are pointing to the same spot. That shows you that your hands are working together. Those are going to be your basic fundamentals before you start anything in your golf career, whether you're just starting golf, whether you're just getting back into golf, or whether you just want to improve golf. Just get your basic fundamentals. Grip, we talked about, stance, and posture. So if you keep those things regulated, and if you practice those things, your golf game will improve. Now, it may not feel comfortable at first because you're used to something different, but you have to keep doing that, because if you continually get in that position, your golf game and your golf swing will follow it. So take your time with it, get in those positions, repeat them every time, and it will help your golf score.
Great tips there. I tell you, that's the fundamentals of golf. You get in a good position, everything else is gonna be better from there. When we come back, Tim's gonna work on the takeaway, and we'll close the show in the teaching segments with the actual finish. We'll get you to being a better golfer by the end of the show. I just got a comment on these greens. They're absolutely perfect. Don't forget what Tim said. They're rolling anywhere from a 9 to a 12 on a daily basis here at Eagle Landing. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Great drive.
Yeah, I know.
Like a pro.
That's funny. I'm actually thinking about turning pro.
Yeah, right.
I'm hitting it so long and straight with this G10.
Really?
Yeah, get my card, play all the majors.
What about your job? 401k, mortgage, college?
Exactly. One good year and that's all taken care of.
Whoa, champ, do not turn pro. Yes, the new G10 driver is long and straight, but you'll get your lunch handed to you. Just play your best and trust the Ping G10.